There comes a sacred turning point on every spiritual path, a moment where exhaustion meets clarity. It's not the kind of tiredness that comes from working too hard or sleeping too little. It's a soul-deep fatigue, born from years, maybe even lifetimes, of trying to be understood, loved, accepted by those who were never truly capable of seeing you. And in that moment, something remarkable begins to unfold. Peace. This peace isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself with fireworks or fanfare. It comes quietly, like the first light at dawn. Subtle, almost imperceptible at first. It arises when you no longer force yourself to fit into spaces that reject your essence. When you stop watering gardens that were never meant to bloom with you in them. You begin to realize that much of the suffering you carried wasn't because you were unloved, but because you kept offering your heart to places that couldn't hold it. You tried to explain your soul in languages others had no desire to learn. You tried to anchor yourself in hearts that were never home. But what if the longing to be understood isn't something you have to chase, but something you were meant to outgrow? The deepest peace often begins when we stop trying to extract validation from people, systems, or energies that were never equipped to receive us in our fullness. This isn't bitterness, it's clarity. It's the sacred maturity that says, not everything that refuses me is wrong, and not everything I seek is meant for me. You start to see that not being accepted by certain people was protection. That not being understood was an invitation to understand yourself more deeply. That the love you begged for was never a reflection of your worth, only a mirror of their capacity. And when you no longer measure your value by how others perceive you, you become sovereign. You stop shrinking. You stop apologizing for your depth. You stop editing your spirit to make it more palatable. And something holy happens. You return to yourself. You find that the safest place was never in their approval. It was always in your alignment. And in that place, you no longer need to shout your truth to be heard. You no longer need to convince others of your light. You simply become it, quietly, unapologetically, steadily. Yes, it may feel lonely at times, but it's a sacred loneliness, the kind that opens you to divine companionship, the kind that draws in kindred souls, those who recognize you not by your words, but by your energy. You realize that your path was never meant to be crowded, that your evolution required this shedding of illusions, attachments, false roles. So if you're in that in-between space, the space where you no longer belong where you were, but haven't yet found where you're going, just breathe. You are not lost, you're in transit. And as you continue to unbecome everything that was never truly you, you'll find that peace isn't something you find out there, it's something that finds you. Once you stop performing for love that was never real,